feels like a lineup that might take more time. Oh, chip pickup by Bushido into the Beleric, into the Juice in, the R-Lot. This could be tough to pull off if you're just looking at it from a team fighting perspective, but if you look at the chip, the Freya, the Harley, the Alice, just look away from the door just a bit, you get 4 heroes that could make managing the map really messy for Vamos, Wolf.
Yes. That's what I would say.
Bushido Wildcats with Vamos having seemingly the right answers for it in the early game. We're already neck deep into game number 1. This Alice is going to get caught out in a surprise rotation through the mid. The Roman trio that you were pointing towards to Wolf gets to catch the Alice. Kuntepper goes down. And it seems like the theme from him yesterday, the overcompensation continues, and so it does as well for Nam. Siska is here. They have to be careful with the entry of the R-Lot. Bushido Wildcats might get punished.
Know exactly where Bushido Wildcats will be coming from. Turtle take is going to be difficult for the Wildcats. They even get Nexus taken out. And now Siska wants force. Siska with the fire. A level 3 tank cannot survive up against the 4 members of Team Back.
Even it felt like 2 minutes into the game, they're already telling each other, hey guys, farm up first. Oh, Siska from out of nowhere with a final slash to catch out Kirai. Finally able to get away, but gets chased down by Natko. Brings down the ultimate. Didnam on the chip, but it's not helping them out as Bushido, even behind their first tower, under their second, are just getting decimated by Vamos. A double kill for Error. And everything we've said about the lineup, about the possibilities have come true. That's a triple for Error and total domination for Vamos.
The damage with the War Axe.
Topside, conceal, plus the ultimate from the chip. Bushido Wildcats are trying desperately to get something, but the perfect ultimate from Zkeef messes up the attempt. Wrath of Dryad on point has led to a double kill. Error, a kill for Siska, making that two double kills make 4 basic mans.
Everyone should not pick the chip if the Beleric is around. A 5-man Wrath of the Dryad. Now Nexus wants to kill Natko. Natko with the lifesteal. Natko will fall. Finally, something good for Bushido Wildcats.
To think that, I mean, we did point out the difficulty of playing the chip in this scenario. They're going to try to go again. They send out the cavalry against the R-Lot. A big play, finally getting something, but here comes Vamos trying to make sure that they can catch the members of Bushido Wildcats. The entry from Glockun with the Crimson Beacon stops Karai from being able to teleport away.
With just the Freya to defend, this will be difficult. Sunshine feels a little bit comfortable, especially with Conde. Want to catch 3, pops the ultimate, but far too late. Get out of there with the Throne of Ruin. The CC mutate comes Natko for the Nexus Siska to close that one off. Now they want to go under the turret. They have taken out the Eudora. Now up next the chopping block. That's gonna be the Freya. They do have the damage. This spicy immunity Error for a 4 just still
to get something to start things off for them. It's a perfect summary of the game. Nam decides to go in with a flicker and says the entire team they're trying to get Natko, but with all of the AoE that Vamos has, they get stopped in their tracks. I felt like that was a Hail Mary at this point. A maniac. Will he get the Savage? And he does. Error 404. Difficult in order to follow. But Vamos are still respecting. They're being disciplined with it. Watch Zkeef. He pops the conceal and goes in with a flicker. Wrath of Dryad. It's perfect in the engage. Bushido are knocked out of it. Vamos took control early with how they started, and they'll be able to win this game with nary a scratch. 23-4 domination by Vamos.
First 3 picks coming out from Bushido Wildcats was interesting, but the last pick that they did, the chip, I think that they might have just overthought them. Okay, this is not a hero that I thought about, but it's another anti-dive hero. And this is also a hero that I have seen so many times played against the Guinevere, because what you do is to pop your ultimate when the Guinevere jumps. It will not stop the Violet Requiem, but it will stop any follow-up. And you also deal the damage. So, I like the idea here. And we'll have 5 people in here. And there's no chance that Team Vamos is loot. What a kick onto the Uranus though, not the best one. And off to the backside, Sunshine already forces out the Harley. The Guinevere will take the turtle, and now they will be able to punish Siska, who over in front of 4 members of Bushido Wildcats. Now, the Melissa wants to go for a poke in here.
But they'll have to climb back.
Just look now for Bushido Wildcats, now alive in the invasion, alive in Games of the Future. They also took out 2 turrets. Invasion will not be in time for that one. They just took away the jungle camp, the Rock Ursa. So that's my another kick show followed up with the stun. They do have the damage this time, and the Purify was not enough. Imagine a 3-man unit of which will spawn in 12 seconds. I think that's but the kick. Oh, I mean the arrow into the kick, into the Valor Requiem. No waking up for Siska. That's death number 3 for the Uranus. And onto the backside, they want to go for a kill the Melissa, forcing out the go away. The glue will be able to ult onto the Benedetta. The Benedetta will likely fall. It will be the case. But in
So Vamos here. How aggressive will Bushido Wildcats be in this attempt? They go ahead and kick the glue. Contemper with the final blow, but now they get countered by the Fury of the Phoenix. This is exactly what we were just talking about. Contemper gets taken out. The glue is riding here onto the Joe, and Team Vamos are looking to get even more kills. Air 404 chasing after Nexus alongside. Looks like they will. They're going to go ahead and try to force a reaction out of Bushido Wildcats. Sunshine coming in from the wings. So is the Benedetta. Numb trying to bait out abilities from Vamos. Do they know the Petrify? Electro final blow combo gets stopped a little bit from the passive, but Air 404 is down. Kirai gets taken out, but Netco somehow gets the last hit, and it all looked too good. Maybe it was too good to be true. Vamos wins it.
Unbelievable coming out was enough to take out the Lord. And now Team Vamos are back in the game.
Numb trying to find a conceal angle, but isn't going to be committing it. Vamos know that they have the lead. This is the moment that they were waiting for. Bushido handled this as well as they could with the lineup that they had. They get an arrow, but the Fury of the Phoenix gets brought out again. We talked about the impact of this Zetian, and it's been felt over and over with every team fight. But in these past 2 major moments, it's the sad reality that Bushido now has to deal with. They did everything they could, but this was inevitable for the lineup that they were up against. Despite them getting a kick onto Ziki, he just gets to split away, and Siska can just now do this. Body the members of Bushido in their own base.
Push commences. A lot of problems. Now Bushido Wildcats have correct now. Damage coming out from Natko is just immense. We talked about how the treaty is not available yet for the Melissa, but this time it is now available. Just 1 team fight win was all it took.
The Uranus, but now they're getting sandwiched here by the members of Vamos. Fury of the Phoenix is not going to land, but that does provide all the information. Not with the kick defensively. The Violent Requiem to try and stop the members of Team Vamos from jumping onto them, but it seems like it was inevitable after all. They try to go in with the Electro minions and towers they need to break.
Okay. Team Vamos are perfect, are playing the defense perfectly. Now they want to go for it. I don't know how that happened, but Contemper actually was taken. They have to somehow delay this Lord take long enough for the Harley to be alive in 10 seconds. Bushido Wildcats, they want to burst. Redmar, it seems like they want to kill Numb now.
Can they get him? Knock up onto the Melissa, forces out the Purify. He didn't need that Inspire after all. Natko is double killing everyone. A shutdown of the Makino. Natko, but Kirai somehow miraculously gets the last hit on the Lord. But it's just the Selena remaining. He gets an arrow and a combo off onto the glue. But try as he did, it was inevitable after all. Glockon is deathless. Natko with the heroics. Bushido, thank you for your efforts, but Vamos will qualify for the playoffs.
Hats off, the Bushido Wildcats have shown that when they're backed in a corner, their animalistic instincts will reign through. They tried their best. They were winning team fights back and forth. It was chaotic. It was messy.